Well, hello air signs and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. This week we're going through our full moon, which is going through Aquarius. And last time we met for the new moon, I was actually picking on Aquarius a little bit and calling him a little rain cloud. And I was really thinking very aggressively about this full moon coming up at the time, but it came in like a real heavy, very much needed rain. And lots of good energy coming from it. This actually we had a micro moon for our new moon, and now we're into a super moon. So that is a really big jump. That's not super common. I haven't seen that, at least not in my recent studies and following of the moon and stuff like this. Obviously, this is a little bit of a learning experience for me too, so it's fun to learn and grow with you guys. But yes, so Aquarius. The thing that I want to take, my little theme for the week, is storytelling. That's my favorite thing about Aquarius, is that they are fantastic storytellers, and they love listening to stories and talking about stories. And I think that sharing our stories is a really simple, beautiful way for us to release. With so much energy coming in, let's just talk about it. Let's just let it out, let it breathe, let everything come in the way that it needs to. So, yeah, very excited to get into your reads. Let's get going. Well, hello, Libra. Just gonna say, you do your little greeting and re-intro or whatever it is that we do here. But we're talking already. I like that. Thanks. Thanks for getting the conversation started, Libra. Today's been wild. So, starting off with the sun. What a glorious place to be on this full moon. It certainly is. The mini Libra. This is the mini Libra. I say that because the Two of Swords, air first, and also she's hanging in the balance there in between choices. And also notice the blindfold and her sitting under that full moon there as well. I want to see what's on the other side of this before I go any further. I'm already liking the picture, and I can see the structure forming. So I want to see if I'm right. I took that card. It didn't flip over, but it just so subtly separated itself from the rest. So, on each side of our Two of Swords, we have the Sun and the Magician. Yes. Walking a fine line. That Two of Swords is indeed a fine line. We're not waiting around, that's for sure. We're working hard. I feel like you're not choosing between the Sun and the Magician. You are using the Sun and the Magician. Nice. I like that. That's some good energies to work with. And strength. We're showing kindness and bravery. We are working and our making our day. We are recreating our life. Oh, and we're not basing this new system, this new life around our past. It's there, but it's not, we're not allowing that to influence us because we're on the move. We've got things to do, places to be, people to meet, stuff, big, good stuff on the horizon. I think with her blindfold, really, we are tapping into our intuition. We're not using our eyes to see the road ahead. We are not looking backwards at the road that we have traveled. We are purely creating and making our sunshine, our light, our life. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like that for you a lot. Do you want the pile that's upside down? Or do you want the pile that's face up? Do you want to do a pick a card here quick? Can we split you guys off? The many's of us that are here anyways. So we're going to do, I have 3 cards that fell upright and 3 cards that fell face down. Let's see what happens. We'll start with who and what we are directly facing. Oh, that's 4. That is 4. There's justice in there. So we have the Queen of Swords, the 5 of Wands, the Justice, and the Queen of Wands. So this, I think, is between these 2 women, between these 2 queens. There is definitely some quarrel, some struggle, some grief between you and someone close to you. But that is balancing out. It's a fair fight. On this side we have a fair fight. And for our face down cards, we have Temperance, the Page of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. This one feels much more like inner work, outer work, inner work, stuff that we are doing on the outside. Maybe, and that's why that one came out face up and this one came face down. I get it. Thanks, cards. We got there eventually. Alright, so our inner work that we are doing is balancing out our ability to reflect, take notes on everything that's happening, and also fearlessly charge out and use those tools and those things that we are building. Yeah, come out and talk about it. Talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Address all of the things that are going on the inside. And again, this is all inner work. Excuse me, that would be my Libra. And we're back. Okay, so on our inner work, this is reflective on ourselves, on our own actions and things that we have done, things that we've created in the past, anything that we have made for ourselves in this life. This is taking those things, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and fearlessly using them. Going out and doing it some more. Taking the good and utilizing it. And that's the work we're doing on the inside. On the outside, yes, there is definitely a bit of a power struggle between a couple of feminine energies. But because you are doing this inner work, because you are not hanging on, bringing the past, because you're not bringing the past into this situation, that is why we are finding that our quarrel will be balanced and justice will be seen quickly, if not immediately. That is, I think that both of these people are enough in their own righteous place to be able to properly communicate. Even if it starts off as a struggle, if you approach it fairly and balanced, the way that you Libras sure love to do, I think that you are going to find it is much easier to relate to this other feminine energy than you thought that it was. One more card. It's one more card that popped into my head, and I want to see if I can pull it. One last card of advice to pull my Libras back together. This is not the card that I was thinking, but this card and the way that it fell out directly on top of this external conflict that's what I asked for. Thank you. Thanks. I love that so much. So we have the Five of Swords. And it fell out right on these guys. I'm holding it sideways, but so you can get a better view of this. This is an exchange of power. And that's what I wanted to say. And I was like, wait, I don't see the card that tells me that this external situation needs an exchange of power. But it does. We need to shift the power dynamic fairly, more fairly. And I think that is what is going to create more harmony between these two queen energies. That is what is going to help us to rebalance and find justice in our discrepancies with this external person. Bam! Did it. Oh, nice moon, Libras. That was a fun story. I really liked that. I like seeing all of the things that you are doing behind the curtain, all of that inner work being done. That is beautiful. I want to see you moving and grooving and getting into your sunshine. You deserve every bit of it. Thanks for coming out, Libras. We'll see you on the next moon. Oh, hey there, Aquarius. Just kind of like trying to tap into your energy, remember where we were at, where we left off. We were knives out last time I saw you. That's what we were doing. yeah, it was all knives, all swords. The words that was had. This did fall out just kind of sideways. Kind of fell out like that. So I'm not sure what I want to do with you yet. Oh, Knives Out really panned out for you. Not completely. It's definitely some feelings of being a little lost. Somebody turned over. Don't come out. Somebody's feeling the loss, and somebody is feeling all the gains. Yeah. It's the day of a full moon. It's happening like I don't know, nowish. So the moon is in your sign. Two of Pentacles. Straight up reversed. How's the story coming? Well, we're definitely a bit guarded on this one. We're struggle bus. You got on the struggle bus, huh? Yeah, just so you know. That struggle bus. Oh, I forgot. It's gone. What was that? I had a great thing. I was saying all day yesterday. Oh, I was riding the struggle bus just to get onto the excuse train. That's what it was, because I had done earth signs yesterday, so I was at work, and I was thinking about, like, my couple of days, and I'm like, yeah, I'm riding the struggle bus just so I can get up onto that excuse train and let that baby just drive right off the rails. Yep, okay. It feels like our king is riding the struggle bus right to that excuse train, onto that excuse train. We're gonna drive off the rails. We don't pull it together. Aquarius. Well, we ain't knives out. Some knives, but this is much more emotional now. We're getting into the feels of it all. Alright, so we are starting off with Judgment and the Hermit. This feels like somebody deciding that they are better off alone. And if you are in this King of Pentacles energy, riding the struggle bus, don't get off on the excuse train. It just drives off the rails every time. And crash and burn. But we're feeling like we're better off alone. We're making this judgment call because we've got a 3 of Swords, a 4 of Cups, and a 9 of Swords. So, like, some knives out. Some knives out, for sure. Yeah. Oh, man, Aquarius, like, I want to channel all the way into this energy, but I am super resistant to wanting to go here into this place with you. Could you have any more bad cards out here on the deck? Yes, you can, and I'm going to answer that question for you pretty soon here, actually, but, like, oh, I'm going to have to do a malevolence and benevolence, and I don't want to. Those cards put me in a real spin last time we did this. But Aquarius, we're going to need some stuff, some in-depth stuff. I'm going to put these cards down right now. So I'm going to start crying uncontrollably. We do have a Queen of Cups out here. We have a divine partner somewhere in the midst of feeling lost, alone, out in the cold, not really moving, feeling like we're in a never-ending battle. We're better off alone. Our nightmares are keeping us awake at night. We don't see or feel anything good. Our heart is broken. We're a mess. We are a mess, Aquarius. Somewhere in there, there's this Queen of Cups and this Page of Cups here. This hopeless romantic. And this Queen of Cups she is making that choice, like I said, that judgment call of I'm better off alone than dealing with all of this Did I ask if there could be any worse cards out here? Any other bad energies? Like, the straight up devil is all up in this. All up in this. Take this sword. Oh, fucking chills. Okay. Christ, Aquarius. Take this sword of truth, of justice, of balance, peace. Take it up into your hand for the sake of your own sanity, health, safety, goodness, and get the fuck up out of there. Get up out. Oh, that's what I have for you right now, Aquarius. This full moon, fucking leave. Get as far, put as much distance as you possibly can between you and whatever the fuck I just picked up on for you. Whatever it is, I don't care. Go. Go now. Go now. Go. You were wondering. This couldn't be worse, Aquarius. It couldn't be worse. Know that. Take some solitude and, sanity in that. That it couldn't be worse. But I'm gonna go cry for a little bit. We're gonna do a malevolence and benevolence for you. It's the day of the full moon and I have a lot to get through, but we're gonna come back to you, Aquarius. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Alright, Geminis. Are you making lemons out of lemonade or lemonade out of lemons? That's my question for you. Why? I don't know. No clue. Couldn't tell you. Tap it into your vibe. Yeah. That's what I got for you. Geminis. I'm so happy to see you. I really am. My siblings. My Mercurian siblings. I find so much comfort in your sign, Geminis. I really do. It's almost funny how much I love you, considering I have a Gemini house, but, I have no real positions over there. Just got my Mercury-ness, which I do love so much, and it flows very well. We get each other on such a great level. Are you making lemons out of lemonade, or are you making lemonade out of lemons? That's the question I have for you, Geminis. We coming up out of the situation, but we don't really know how to look at it. We're playing around with our perspective on this new world type thing we're stepping into. We're dipping our toes into it. We took a risk. We went some places, and now I don't know. Is where I'm standing upside down and backwards, or have I been turned around so long that I don't know which way's up? How's that? Just gonna do a little flipping. Maybe we gotta go home. Maybe we gotta take it home. Nah. We're gonna get there. We're doing just fine. We're doing just fine. Yeah, we're just kind of really... That was a very dramatic pause because we really don't know what to think about this. But if it looks good, feels good, and does good, why the hell not? Maybe everything looks weird, upside down and backwards to you because you've been so flipped and turned around in the past. But we're leaving that behind now, and we have done so much work already with spirit to have our Queen of Wands and our Hierophant facing us. Right here. Yeah, they're right here. They're with us. They are next to us. We are tapping in to divine. So why not charge out? Maybe you don't know what the hell you're doing. Maybe you have no clue. But you've got enough good coming up behind you right now. Just, yeah. Go for it. Go for it, Geminis. Do what you're doing. Do I have more for you? A little more. A little more. A little more. Okay. Short and sweet isn't bad, especially, after the day that I've had. But, oh, Lovers on the top of the deck. It's coming in. It's coming in. You can almost see it on the horizon now. You showed up. Come on. Light. Terrible lighting. It's the best I can do for you right now. Light game. Next thing to work on. But yes, it's coming. It's coming in. Either it's already here, and you are just, again, a little bit dazed in the blessings of it all, and feeling a little unsteady, a little bit like your feet aren't on the ground, only because you never had nothing like this before. But whatever you got going, whatever you're doing, all that emotional pain and badness that we up and left, it's almost completely in the rear view. This almost fell off of the table. It's so far off here. It's like, yeah, you can still see it if you turn around. If you wanted to turn around and look back, you could still see those cups in the horizon, but like, who cares? Who cares? My dear Geminis, I don't. You don't have to. Just keep doing what you're doing. If it feels weird, know and trust in your intuition and your gods and your guides and the lessons that you've learned. Because boy, have you learned some lessons. And you're ready. You are ready here to show up and show me what you got. You're here. You came in. And it's coming. I don't think you had to wait long either. You have a great moon. Yeah. Nice. I like it for you, Geminis. We'll see you next time. Well, my air signs. Whew, that was fun. What a ride. What a ride. Oh yeah, you guys saw me freak the fuck out there in the middle. That happened. It was fun. It was fun. We went places. We went deep into the depths. And if you have an Aquarian placement that hit home with you for any reason at all, like if any of that struck a chord, malevolence and benevolence, they are their own show. Malevolence really likes to come first. If I try to say benevolence first, the words start coming out backwards. I did, to be fair, get the demons first and then brought in the angels, because I got the demons and I looked at them and I freaked the fuck out. So I called in the angels and now they only come in together. A little side story about that series over there and what's happening whenever you see those guys pop up. That's them. That's that. It's a whole thing, but, it was a ride. It was a journey. It's what we do. So thank you all for coming out. Thank you for joining me. I have so much fun doing these reads with you guys. And, just kind of chatting you up while our moon oracle here pulls out trust one more time. I'm going to have this card memorized first. But I also, felt this vibe through all of those reads. I've been feeling this vibe very hard. I think this might be an overall thing, just in general right now for this moon is trust. I think it's a good collective message for all the collectives everywhere, everybody, all the time, right now, then, later. I don't know, whenever you find this. Or the 18 million times we've read this card. Alright. Trust. Trust yourself. Develop self-trust, and joy will follow. You can rely on your own capabilities. Begin to plan carefully for the future. Apart from the trust we might develop spiritually with our higher power, self-trust is the basis of all other trust. Self-trust is a surety that we can rely upon ourselves, that our decisions are valid, that we ourselves matter, that knowing ourselves combined with trusting ourselves leads to better, more informed decisions about all aspects of our life, including career and relationships. Self-trust is far more than a flashy show of confidence. It is deeper and farther reaching than that. It is security at the very core. That is, no matter what, our wisdom matters, and it is best. It allows for flow and for faith in oneself and the way you do things, moving and choosing in the world. Self-trust is a full acceptance of self. As accepting oneself becomes easier, thus self-trust will begin to shine. This gives great momentum to anything that we choose to tackle or do. Our ancestors saw spring, the great thawing, as a new beginning, and they would walk in the marshes and the plains and find newly laid eggs. More than just a symbol of fertility and new hope, the eggs meant that the worst of the cold was over, and that the new life was really here. The egg moon was a time of celebration and rejoicing. It fits not only with all of you guys here, but also in Aquarius bonus reads. So, beautiful, beautiful messages. Trust, have faith, believe that it's coming. It always does. It's always darkest before the dawn, and everything that we've been through, everything it's going to lead us exactly where we need to be, and all we need to have right now, the only thing that this moon is asking of us, is to trust. Thank you for coming, and have a fantastic moon. We'll see you next time.